the nature of life is change. Whenever we give attention to is altered by the fact that my own presence informs me of something of what could become different and new in that thing that I'm observing. In the human being's capacity to see is change. We can't see something and fix it unless we are intending to not to see the obvious. The obvious nature of seeing is change. And it's just a matter of applying our will to something that is entering us as a question. Can we answer it with integrity? If we do, change has happened. Peace begins with making relationship to others. Any number of people, once they share a certain depth of agreement, brings peace to the world. They affect the ecology of where they are. They affect the circumstances of each other's lives. Peace is not something where you just say go to a place and stop a group of people from fighting each other. It's cultivating presence of wherever you are. So peace radiates. It's like a sun. It goes to where it's needed most. And it's like a prayer or hope, or even the way a river runs. It finds its way to something that is truly necessary for its substance. Water is peace. And water spreads into areas where there's dryness and decay and conflict. Peace originates from the ground on which a person stands. If you're contented with the role you must play for the creativity of your piece of earth, you're the integrity of the self. There's no need to compete to be yourself. There's no need for scarcity in the potential of thinking about the self. So what is there to fight for? What rights can we take from someone else that we can't lose for ourselves? The idea of life is that it offers us abundance. And if we intend to share it, we can increase our own individual potential to 100-fold if we decide to share it. So we limit the world's potential by experiencing scarcity and then fighting for our own self-interest. Generation is a continuity of culture, of civilization, but more so it is a way of knowing what is not yet in the world. That their place in the world is to let something new come in and to confirm that in oneself, that is not, the world is not just old things becoming new again. The world is sometimes new things that have never yet been created becoming visible.
And that is an individual question.
And that's an individual question. That we're creators of the world we live in. Not to consider time as an obstruction to the freedoms that and the capacities that we have within us to decide what to do. The earlier we choose to do something and decide for it, the more energy comes, more creativity comes to support it getting done. So I would always feel that each generation is a prophecy of what the world could be. what's cultivated when I've lived something. I've truly lived it, meaning I've taken it through perception, cognition, and into the dimension of a grace that we come into contact with when the human being wakes all the way up to an experience. And this awakening defines a context for something that is present with me. And I know myself because I am present with what I am, with who I am. It can only arrive at integrating the essential aspects of oneself and knowing it to be true.